Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we will create a step-by-step guide that will help you to build a fully automated e-commerce backend using Pabbly Connect. In this video, I will show you an automation between Shopify and Google Sheets, like how you can add the order details in your Google Sheet automatically whenever a new order will be placed on your Shopify account. So to begin with the process, this here is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. So here my objective is that whenever a customer will purchase any product from my Shopify store, so here let's assume that I have made a purchase for this PHP course. So over here in this Google Sheet, you can see that the order details has been successfully added. So now to completely automate this entire process, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. But if you are a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. Now this here is the all applications page by Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on access now. So this here is my dashboard, and to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this create workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I need to give my workflow a name. So here I'm going to name it as build a fully automated e-commerce backend using Pabbly Connect. And on my left hand side, you can see these are the folders that I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Shopify, and now I'm going to click on create. So as I did that, now I have arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. Trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation and integration will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action is an automated response of your trigger application, and in a workflow, you can only have one trigger but multiple action. So now moving to my use case, that is to build a fully automated e-commerce backend using Pabbly Connect. So over here in this trigger window, I'm going to search for Shopify as my trigger application. Here it is. And now the trigger event will be new order. So this trigger will start working whenever a new order will be placed in my Shopify store. So as I've selected my trigger application and the trigger event, now moving with my action window. So as I want to add the order details in my Google Sheets, so here I'm going to use Google Sheets as my action application. Here it is. And now the action event will be to add a new row because I want to add the order details in a new row. So as I've selected my action application and the action event along with my trigger application and the trigger event. So here my objective is that whenever a new order will be placed on my Shopify store, then automatically the order details should be added in a new row in my Google Sheets. So to do this, firstly, I need to establish a connection between Shopify and Pabbly Connect. So now to do this, here you can see a webhook URL is given, and along with that a help desk is given. So read this help desk given below carefully because this webhook URL will act as a bridge to connect Shopify with Pabbly Connect. So now I'm going to take you to my Shopify account. Over here in Shopify, I will go to settings. And in settings, I'm going to scroll down and go to notifications. And under notifications, I will go to this webhooks. So over here, I'm going to click on this create webhook button. So now to add a webhook, I need to select the event, format and mention the webhook URL along with the webhook API version. So here firstly, the event will be that the order is being created. So here I'm selecting it as order creation. The format will be JSON. So here in Pabbly Connect in the instruction, you can see that in instructions, it is clearly stated that select the event type orders or create for the format JSON and place the above URL. So that means over here in Shopify, in this URL part, I need to copy the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect. And here in Shopify, I need to paste the same. Once this is done, I need to select the webhook API version as the latest one. And I've added all of the details. Now I'm going to click on save. So here the webhook is saved successfully, and you can see that here is the webhook that we have just created. So now moving back to Pabbly Connect. Here you can see it is waiting for webhook response. That means now I need to do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So now to do a test submission, I'm going to take you to my Shopify store, and here this is my Shopify store, and let's assume that I want to buy this PHP course for beginners. So this here is my product that is by the name of PHP course for beginners. The price is rupees 100, quantity will be 1, and now I'm going to click on buy it now. So now here for a smooth checkout, I'm going to fill in the details. Now moving to email, so here I'm going to mention the email as new buyer @pabblytudes.com. Now moving to the payment details, so here I'm going to add a dummy card number. So that will be as 1. Moving to the expiration date, that will be 12/25. Security code is also a dummy one. And now I'm going to mention the name as new buyer. So now once payment details are mentioned, moving to the billing address details. Here the first name will be new and the last name will be buyer. Now moving to the address, that will be ABC. Moving to the apartment, that will be DEF apartment. City will be city. So here I've mentioned the city, state and the pin code. Now moving to the phone, that will be this number. And now here I'm going to click on pay now. So here you can see that the order is placed. Here is the confirmation. It says thank you new. Your order is confirmed. So here you can see the contact information. Here's the payment method and the billing address. That means a new order has been placed successfully. So now the details of this order would have been captured in Pabbly Connect. So let me take you to Pabbly Connect. And here you can see I've received a response. Here is the updated ad date and time, scrolling down. So here you can see the product name, moving ahead. So now these are the billing details. Here is the customer email and here is the name. So as the details of the order that has just been placed on Shopify is successfully captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So the first step of this automation is set up. That means now whenever a new order will be placed on my Shopify store, then automatically the details of that order will be captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So as I've got the order details of Shopify here in Pabbly Connect. So now moving to my action window, as I want to add the order details in my Google Sheets. So now to do that, here firstly I need to establish a connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on connect. And now to add a new connection, I'm going to sign in with Google. Here I'm going to click on allow as this is a secure access. The authorization is successful. Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now this here is the Google Sheet that I've created by the name of Shopify orders. It consists only of one sheet and of 5 columns. First is of the customer name, second is of customer email, third is for the customer phone, product name and the product price. So now this is the Google Sheet where I want to add the Shopify order details. So here in Pabbly Connect, firstly I'm going to select the spreadsheet as Shopify orders. And now moving to these fields. Here I'm going to map the information. So basically mapping is to insert the data from previous step. So here I'm going to map the customer name over here, that is new buyer. Here is the name and I've mapped it. So now moving to the customer email, again from the response received, I'm going to search for the email. Here is the email. So now moving to the customer phone number. So here I'm going to search for the phone number and I'm going to map it. Once this is done, I'm going to map the product name, that was PHP course for beginners. Here it is. And now I'm going to map the product price, that was rupees 100. So here from the response, I'm going to map the product price. So as I've mapped all of these details, this method of mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response with new data, so that data can be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this information would have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received new response. So to avoid that problem, we map the information. So now here I'm simply going to click on save and send test request to see the response. And here you can see I have received a response and this here is a positive response. So now I will take you to my Google Sheet. In this Google Sheet, you can see that the Shopify order details has been successfully added in a new row in this Google Sheet. So this integration and automation was a successful one. That means now whenever a new order will be placed on my Shopify store, then automatically the order details will be added in Google Sheets.
Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubts regarding Pabbly, reach us at support@ info@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can visit us at forum.pabbly.com. If you have any pricing related query, you can visit this link. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.